Big Z Reviews. West Side Story is a remake of the classic musical film by the same name, and this one has been directed by Steven Spielberg, and it is amazing.
Are you ready? Tonight is about family. The first gringo boy who smiles at you.
I never seen you before. You're not Puerto Rican.
Is that okay?
So I've watched the original West Side Story before, but it's not something that I love, But I also, it's the story, Sondheim about, a retelling of Romeo and Juliet, in New York City, in the 60s, I think, something like that. But when a lot of the areas a lot of the Italians are being displaced, but then the Puerto Ricans are moving in, but then they're all being displaced by tearing down the slums and building apartments, and it's kind of a time of change, and it's occurs that these two gangs come together, and Romeo and Juliet plays out, and it's. I really loved the film. It's the best film musical in years, I think. Recently, on Netflix, I like Tick Tick Boom, but it's not a big musical. This feels like a big musical that they don't really make anymore, but it still feels modern. Spielberg puts his spin on it, and it's gorgeous cinematography and great choreography, great singing. There's no one that lets the singing down. But there is kind of a lot of weird stuff with the casting of Ansel Elgort as Tony. He's the only big actor in the whole film, and he is a pedophile, in real life. Ansel Elgort, that shows you how well canceling works. Because allegedly, but in 2020. This girl came out and on Twitter saying that he raped her when she was 17, and she was a fan, and they started messaging him, and they got him on Snapchat, and they met up, and she was a virgin, and she was feeling a lot of pain and told him to stop, and he refused to stop, and he even did an apology on his Instagram, which is now deleted, saying that she was lying. It was all consensual, and I mean, she's still 17 years old. When they came out, all these other people came out. All these other girls came out from age range of 13 to 17 that he sexted with, and tried the fans of his that he got to try to send nudes to on Snapchat, and he's literally a pedophile, and it's even weirder because Rachel Zegler as Maria, who is amazing, but she looks very young in this film. And there's something weird stuff when Spielberg cast her, Ansel Elgort went to her school play, her school musical to watch her, and she was 17 at the time. And I think part of it is so many times you see in Hollywood, the teenagers are played by late 20-year-olds to 30-year-olds. But she looks young, and they even how they have her dressed, especially from the first scenes. She looks young, and the big part of the story is that Ansel Elgort steals a kiss from her behind the bleachers at an event that's trying to fuel the troubles in the neighborhood, and that's kind of the start of the reason that a lot of gang wants to have a rumble. And I don't know, when you combine the story itself is a little problematic, but she even says that at one point, it's I'm 18, even though I can't even wear lipstick. I shouldn't wear lipstick. Oh, but I am. Oh no, I'm so bad, and it's a bit problematic. The funny thing is though that the most replaceable person in this film is kind of Ansel Elgort. he's a good singer. Like, he doesn't bring it down, but I think he's one of the weaker parts of the film. But I think that, like, when he got canceled in 2020, I think they already spent so much money, and even though he's not a big part of a lot of the scenes, like, he always pops in. So to replace him, you would have had to green screen him out, like that, like the one comedian in the Day of the Dead style movie in Las Vegas. But I guess they just expected that, they'll forget about it. He's young and handsome. The people won't mind that he's a pedophile, and it's, I guess not that. I didn't even know. I watched a movie, and I really liked it, and then saw on Twitter people were talking about it, and so Al was like, "Oh, what did he do?" And I looked it up on all the articles, like, "Oh, okay, that's not good." But I mean, the movie itself, like, I hate to see it, brings it down, but the movie itself is great. I liked everyone. Ariana DeBose as Anita is great, and David Alvarez as Bernardo, and Rita Moreno is Valentina, is like an added character from the original, but she's like the original person that played Anita, so it's kind of cool to see her there. But there's another added character, which is trans, which is a little forced. Like, it can't actually do anything, but it's like always a scene, like all the big scenes that she's like, he pops up, and it's like, it's a little odd, but whatever. You gotta make it your own, I guess. Add something that more modern day. And Riff at Mike Feist is great, and really everyone is really good. I mean, they're all talented singers and dancers, and the classic songs, they do them all, and they do them well. And like the set pieces are amazing, and it's just like the way I think they rearranged some of the songs a bit, like for where they fall in the film, but it's all great, and it's just some, like, the weird stuff with the pedophile brings it down a bit, But what's you gonna do? It'll be interesting to see if he is canceled more. Or I guess, I mean, I don't know. He clearly has, I mean, he's 28 now, something like that, but he clearly has an interest in young girls, and it's very problematic because, they were all fans of his. Like, he's done all of his films, especially Fault in Our Stars and stuff, like, young girls love him, and he obviously has been taking advantage of it. And it's weird to support him in this movie, but it is an excellent movie, and it's Spielberg, and we are probably not going to have too many more Spielberg films, and it's an amazing film. And I kind of would love to see more musicals like this. But it didn't do great at the box office, so we might not. But I still really enjoyed it. Like, some of the stuff, the trappings of it being Romeo and Juliet, like, it's kind of like, okay, I know what you're going to do now and that. Yeah, but, like, it's done well, and I did really enjoy it. I'd probably give, like, an 8.75 out of 10. But, I mean, you don't have to go in the movie theater to see it. Like, I assume it'll be coming home soon, and you could watch it then. But, thanks for watching, and if you want to see more of me, you can subscribe down below. Thanks.